Near Lake Titicaca in Bolivia, archaeologists found a ceramic bowl covered in what appears to be ancient Sumerian cuneiform script. If authentic, it suggests contact between Mesopotamia and South America around 3000 BC. Mainstream archaeologists call it a hoax. But they've never carbon dated it. And the institution holding it has never authorized the test. I'm going to show you what the bowl actually depicts, why linguists are divided on whether the script is real, and why a simple test exists that would resolve this in days, but hasn't been performed. Stay with me. Because this is a case where one test would either confirm the greatest archaeological discovery of the modern era, or definitively prove it's fake. Nobody wants to find out which. Lake Titicaca sits at 12,500 feet of altitude, straddling the border between Peru and Bolivia. The lake has been the center of Andean civilization for thousands of years. The Tiwanaku culture, which flourished between 500 and 1000 AD, built one of the largest pre-Columbian cities in the Americas on the lake's southern shore. But the Fuente Magna bowl predates Tiwanaku by over 2,000 years. The bowl was discovered near the village of Fuente Magna on the Bolivian side of the lake, in an archaeological context suggesting a date around 3000 BC, the Bronze Age in Mesopotamia, the height of Sumerian civilization. The bowl is ceramic, roughly 20 centimeters across, with a flared rim and a flat base. The surface is covered in carved symbols. Most of the symbols are consistent with Andean pre-Columbian art, geometric patterns found on other early Bolivian ceramics. But a section of the bowl's rim contains a series of characters that linguists have identified as Proto-Sumerian cuneiform script, the wedge-shaped writing system used in ancient Mesopotamia. The inscription appears to be a coherent text, not random marks. Some researchers have proposed translations suggesting it is a religious or administrative inscription, consistent with cuneiform usage. If authentic, the bowl proves that someone traveled from Mesopotamia to South America, or vice versa, around 3000 BC, a minimum of 15,000 kilometers of ocean travel using Bronze Age maritime technology. The mainstream archaeological consensus is that the Fuente Magna bowl is a modern hoax, created sometime in the 20th century by someone with knowledge of cuneiform script, deliberately planted or forged to create an archaeological sensation. The evidence for the hoax hypothesis is that such trans-oceanic contact contradicts everything we know about Bronze Age navigation. No other artifact shows evidence of Mesopotamian American contact. The inscription style, while superficially similar to cuneiform, differs in specific ways that some Assyriologists say indicate modern fabrication. But the hoax hypothesis has problems. The bowl's ceramic composition and firing technique are consistent with authentic Bronze Age Andean pottery. The geometric design elements are authentic to the period. And the cuneiform inscription, while debated, has been studied by multiple linguists, some of whom argue it shows genuine linguistic structure, not random character imitation. The simplest way to resolve this is thermoluminescence dating, a technique that measures the radioactivity of clay crystals to determine when a ceramic object was last fired. TL dating is accurate to within 200 to 500 years and is standard for ceramic authentication. Multiple research teams have requested permission to conduct TL dating on the Fuente Magna bowl. The Bolivian institution holding it has refused every request. The bowl is currently held at the Museo de Metals Preciosos in La Paz, Bolivia. The official position is that the artifact may be fragile, and destructive testing, even non-invasive TL dating, could damage it. But TL dating doesn't require destruction. A small drill sample of the ceramic body is sufficient. Dozens of museums conduct TL dating on artifacts under their care using these minimal impact methods. The Bolivian government has never provided a detailed explanation for refusing the test. Archaeological access to the bowl is extremely limited. Photographs exist, but independent researchers rarely get permission to examine the object directly. The result is that the Fuente Magna bowl sits in a museum vault, carrying one of the most significant claims in archaeology, with zero definitive evidence either supporting or refuting it. If the bowl is authentic, we need to rewrite the history of human civilization. If it's a hoax, it's one of the most elaborate archaeological forgeries ever created. Both answers are scientifically important. But both answers require the test. And the test requires permission. And permission, after 50 years, has not been granted. The bowl is still in La Paz. Behind locked glass. Waiting for someone to ask a question the institution doesn't want answered. If you want more mysteries archaeology won't investigate, subscribe. Next week, the Baghdad Battery. I'll see you there.